about nothing. It's me, your boy, the hottest dude in the podcast game, Sebastian Conelli. And as always, per usual, we got the cute boy here himself, Robbie boy. Robbie, say hello to the beautiful people.
What's up, beautiful people?
What's up? We're back in the lab, chopping it up, doing it. I'm rocking a Benny. Robbie
what?
didn't sleep.
A Benny.
A Benadryl.
Right.
That's my I'm rocking
Zero.
a Benadryl.
I'm on 0 hours of sleep, everybody.
Robbie's on 0 hours sleep. It's going to be a good one, people. This is going to be a good one. I'm excited.
Gonna be great.
Nothing like when you got no oars for the ship. And you just
No what for the ship?
Oars.
Oars. Okay.
You just let the cast is broken.
Yeah.
That's us today going into the episode.
I when I was a young child, I would go to Boy Scout camp. And
here we go. We're already off to the races. We're off to the races.
I took canoeing.
Okay.
And you have to learn how to steer. You have to be equipped to ride your canoe with no oars. You have to be. They teach you if you capsize. They teach you if you get filled with water. They teach you all these scenarios of being in the canoe with no oars.
And how is that good for your life today?
What's good for my life today? Nothing. Not good at all. Not good at all.
But today we are filled with water.
Yes.
Today
we are filled with water, and we need to progress forward.
But
that's where we're at emotionally.
We just got to do
in a canoe with no oars.
We just got to do an emotional check-in. We got to let them know how what's going, because it's good to get the temperature of what you're about to listen to. Sometimes the people don't know what they're about to jump into.
That's true.
And so we just got to let them know I'm on a Benadryl. You didn't sleep.
0.
We got a little fog among us, you know.
Yeah.
There's no sun outside.
Yeah.
That's what's going on over here. But we got something good on the horizon.
What's
Robbie.
on the horizon?
I got news today. Yeah, not today. Here we go. We're off to the races.
You have news today.
I have news to share today.
Okay.
I found out something very exciting that I'm very nervous about.
Okay.
I have a wonderful nephew.
Yes.
Great. And my sister told me that he is finally old enough to watch Shrek.
This is exciting. How old is your nephew?
He's gonna be 6.
Gonna be 6.
Yeah.
That's the age.
I mean, it's for everyone, Shrek.
Yeah.
But I think it came up, Shrek, and then my sister said, well, that's Uncle Bob's favorite movie. And
that's nice.
And so now I'm gonna go watch Shrek with my nephew.
This is exciting. As we spoke about on this podcast, my cousin watched it, 6 years old. Hated it.
Well, this is why
I'm scared. Your favorite movie.
This is why I'm scared. And so here's the thing. I don't believe in cheating. I don't believe in loading the dice until it's time to watch Shrek with your nephew for the first time. And I need to load those dice.
You need to cheat.
I'm in the shower yesterday thinking, I go, can I rely on just the movie or do I need to juice this bad boy up?
I love the influence that my 6-year-old cousin has.
She has no idea. She wrecked me.
You would have never even thought, I would imagine, if I had never told you that my cousin, 6 years old, did not like Shrek at all, I don't even think you would have thought it was a possibility that your nephew could dislike it. I didn't even view it as a possibility that anyone could dislike Shrek.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I'm flabbergasted by a cousin. I mean, how could my nephew not like an ogre burping and then saying better in than out? In a Scottish accent.
The Scottish accent is great.
So here's the thing. So I'm like, this is the first time in my nephew's life where I feel like I'm really providing a little like influence.
You bought him a book about how to count with Jordan sneakers.
But that didn't stick.
Okay.
And that was more for me.
That was for you.
Let's be honest.
Okay, this isn't for you. This is for him.
This is for him.
You don't care if he actually likes Jordans as much as you
now.
care as if he likes Shrek.
I did that more because I thought it was funny. I care if he likes Shrek.
Okay.
Because as a baby, he wouldn't. What would he like? The colors? He wouldn't even begin to understand the relationship of a Jordan sneaker.
Yeah.
But he could understand Shrek.
Yes.
Because he has movies that he loves.
Okay.
So I'm thinking, I want to cheat. I don't know. I feel almost disrespectful to Shrek to want to cheat.
Okay.
But
I was going to say disrespectful to him. He's a smart kid.
No, I'm totally gonna manipulate him.
Oh, you are gonna manipulate him.
I'm gonna manipulate my nephew.
A 6-year-old.
I'm going to manipulate my 6-year-old nephew. 5. He's gonna be 6.
He'll be 6'5".
I'm going to manipulate my nephew to make sure that he likes Shrek.
Okay.
I'm reading The Prince right now by Machiavelli to figure out how to do. I've been gaslighting him for weeks.
Okay.
To try to make sure that he knows that Shrek is the #1 movie in the world.
Okay.
So I'm like, what do I do? Because I almost feel offensive to like not rely on the movie, but then I go, how can the movie compete with iPads and YouTube?
Yeah.
He watches commercials from Japan. He loves that shit. How can you compete?
There's a lot out there now to compete with.
These commercials from Japan are better than our TV shows.
Really? You've seen them?
Woo! They're 30 minutes long.
30 minutes.
It's just about a volcano exploding.
What are they selling?
Volcanoes.
Like trips. It's infomercials to go to.
No.
Or you could buy a volcano for your house?
Yeah, it's like stuff like that.
30
like
minutes.
Dinosaurs. And
wow.
So I have so I'm up. I'm like, how do I make Shrek better? So I would love if anyone has ideas out there, you could leave a comment in the YouTube how I can make Shrek better. I would greatly appreciate to know how one can make something great even better. I'm looking for a combination that like society wouldn't even, that physically we couldn't even handle. Like the first time someone told me about ecstasy and sex. I go, this is unbelievable. Okay. So for me, I go, what do I do for this?
Okay.
I take Shrek and I combine it with some food.
Okay.
Right?
His
That's
favorite
my first.
foods?
Nah, I wasn't even thinking favorites because he likes activities too.
All right.
So the first thing I was thinking was that I bring over pudding and we make Shrek swamps.
Before the movie?
I don't know. I have to figure this out. I really got it. I'm lost.
Okay.
I'm in a canoe with no oar.
This is interesting. You are in a canoe with no oar.
So I'm like, maybe I go over. I was thinking bring like
because you can't load it up too much. I see what you mean. But then if you just let the movie do all the talking for itself, you can't have these arts and crafts afterwards if you didn't like the movie. So the arts and crafts aren't going to support it if he watches it for 90 minutes and doesn't like it.
Well, I was thinking like maybe beforehand we build a Shrek swamp with some like hints of things that might happen.
Okay.
So I was thinking get some pudding and some cookie crumbles and then throw a couple gumdrop buttons on there.
Interesting.
A couple stroop waffles maybe.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was going to say. No waffles.
I mean, I got to bring I was thinking
you can't have no waffles if you're going to do food to accompany Shrek.
I was thinking that I have, those caramel tiny little stroop waffles in the package.
Okay.
He's never tried those.
Okay.
Somebody says,
"Oh, you could get him something he's never tried that blows his mind."
I go, and he goes, and in the morning we're having waffles, and I'm wearing a coat, and I just pull out a bag of, and I look at him and go, "We're having waffles," and I pull out a bag of stroop waffles.
Yeah.
And my nephew, I go, pause the movie. I don't know.
No, you can't pause it.
I don't know if I should be doing the
talk
pause
through
game.
it. I don't know.
Should I be?
I think you gotta hope that Shrek can stand alone, and then you just have the stuff to support it. I think my cousin is an outlier.
I was thinking about bringing an onion so that we could peel it. I was thinking about bringing an onion so we could peel. Is he excited
to watch it, knowing that it's Uncle Bob's favorite movie? Does that make him excited? Is he still at that age? Yeah. Like,
what do you mean at that age? You're excited at anything I do.
You're right.
What are you talking about?
So it's not about age.
It's not about age at all. What are you talking about?
He thinks you're cool. I don't know. You're not.
I mean, this is my
uncle. I guess my uncles I thought were cool for a long time.
This is my Amazon carts right now.
Yeah. Because
I'm loading up Amazon. One is some new hair products.
Okay.
You got to make sure you look good for the kid.
Absolutely. Okay. This is for him.
Oh, that's for him.
Okay.
2, Shrek temporary tattoos.
Okay. Is he like temporary tattoos?
I have no idea.
Okay, you're just throwing shit at the wall.
But it might be awesome.
Okay.
Then I have 2 different pairs of Shrek sunglasses, debating between the 2.
I don't think he needs either. These are not good.
Well, see,
he's not going to watch the movie with sunglasses on.
No, but
he's not going to wear them. You think he'll wear them outside?
If we're hanging out during the day.
After.
Yeah.
Or before.
If
you wear this one, that's kind of fun. There's one of like actual fully Shrek. Yeah,
but or there's 2 that you could buy like green sunglasses with little ogre ears on the side.
I like the snacks option a little more.
I know. Well, then 3.
I think it's funny. I think it'll stand. I think he'll like it. And in the morning, I'm making waffles. What are the? I'm trying to think of what's gonna make him laugh.
Yeah. Well, there's tons of stuff.
Yeah.
And then I also found this real clay mask. You could put clay mask on your face and turn your face green.
If you did that, that's fun.
Or if his mom did that.
His mom did that, that's also
if
fun.
His mom wore a green face mask to watch Shrek.
It makes it so much funnier than if he somehow doesn't like it.
What?
If he somehow doesn't like it.
It will be.
And you and your sister are sitting there with full green face paint and sunglasses.
Oh, God.
No, I hope he likes it. I think he will. I think he will for sure like it.
And then I found a shirt that says, "In the morning, I'm making waffles."
Oof. That's great.
I don't know, but I don't know if I should I'm scared. I'm actually scared. And the last thing I found was these gingerbread ninjas. But I'm not going to get it. I think it's a little too violent.
Okay. I was going to say gingerbread is good.
You can't find it anywhere.
You can't find?
Nah, I've been looking all over the place. But I think
a snack is good. I think the fun, you could sell the movie too. You just laugh. Just laugh a lot.
I need to oversell the movie.
I think you do.
He doesn't know the concept of someone overselling something yet.
No.
So
there's a lot of people that don't know when you're overselling something, I would say.
Oh, so many.
So many.
So
it is what it is.
And so
you're a performer.
I'm going to have to
perform.
I'm going to have to perform.
Yeah.
So in the next coming soon, hopefully this weekend, I'll get to performatively watch Shrek for my nephew so that he falls in love.
Yes.
I told my sister to start listening to some Smash Mouth songs
beforehand.
Yeah.
Okay. I like it. I think he'll like it. I think that you'll do a good job of selling it.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
And you got Shrek 2 on the horizon. Shrek 2,
we have the other
very
ones.
good sequel.
Yeah.
I think it'll go all right.
Just because
it's funny how much fear my cousin, who even thought it was possible for a 6-year-old not to like Shrek.
No, and I'm in the shower now.
It's the iPad generation.
I'm like walking around stressing over your little cousin I had never even met that they didn't like Shrek. I go, what is this? This is the true pandemic, is that little children don't like Shrek.
I agree.
But we'll see. We'll see. I obviously will report back if you have any tips, any tricks, any things that can make Shrek even more enjoyable.
I saw my family this weekend also.
For Mother's Day?
For Mother's Day. I went out to my grandmother's.
Happy belated Mother's Day.
Happy belated Mother's Day to all the mothers out there.
Do you wish Happy Mother's Day to every woman?
In my life?
Or just as you walk in the day?
Just the people I saw yesterday that were mothers. My aunts.
Will you wish your sister a Happy Mother's Day?
No.
Oh.
She's not a mother.
I wish my twin a Happy Mother's Day.
You did?
Yeah.
Did she think it was strange?
I said, Happy Mother's Day. Enjoy a nice cocktail and do whatever you want like you do every day.
That's nice. So then I could get wished a Happy Mother. You just think every woman you throw a Happy Mother's Day at?
Yeah, I guess for some people, I guess especially for like women, it feels like people feel bad if they don't have, people put pressure on children.
I'm cool.
I know you. I'm not cool worried about you. I'm saying society.
No, I'm saying I'm cool to not have to wish people a Happy Mother's Day that aren't mothers.
Okay, cool. So what happened?
I get it, but
I texted all. I don't text my exes on Christmas. I
Happy
text
Mother's
on Mother's
Day. Okay.
I text them on Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Well, it's funny to send a woman Happy Mother's Day because clearly they know they're not having a baby.
Yes.
It's
terrifying
for a man to receive a Happy Father's Day text from an ex.
Okay. Yeah, that is terrifying.
Probably they should put that in haunted houses.
Yeah.
Receiving a Happy Father's Day text when you don't have a child. That might be one of the scariest things out there.
That's a jump scare. That'll get an immediate phone call.
I would rather go to the Baltic Sea.
That's a text to call.
That's a text. There's few rare moments text to call. A Happy Father's Day text from an ex is you call.
That's immediate phone call. We don't have time to play that game over text.
You know how sick I am? Even if I've just kissed someone, not even have sex, if they sent me Happy Father's Day, I go.
You would get anxious?
I go, maybe I'd come on my lips.
I used to be so anxious about that.
Yeah.
When I was younger, the shit I would Google of if it touches a rug and then person moves and this
God.
and like the amount of transference I thought was possible for a sperm to do, just like hours later, maybe they moved the wrong way and then they touched this. Wild. I was very anxious about that.
They made it seem like it was people get pregnant by looking at you.
Yes.
It was truly.
Yeah, I guess there was a lot of propaganda.
Rightfully so.
Yeah.
They were swinging hard in the other direction.
Yeah.
To avoid teen pregnancy.
I guess so.
Right? I mean, sperm was the scariest thing, you know?
Yeah.
I would get rid of it ASAP.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Same. And then I was a big Googler. So sometimes you get down the rabbit hole.
What happened at your family?
It was nice. It was nice to see my grandmother and my whole family. So all my aunts were there, and I was talking to my aunt.
Great.
And my aunt was like, "Oh, I have game night this week." And I've been more on the game night. I feel like, I'm an adult. I have game night too. So I asked my aunt, I'm like, "Oh, what games are you playing this week for game night? I host game night too." And she goes, "Oh, Robbie, we stopped playing games 15 years ago."
Oh.
And I'm like, "What? What do you do at game night?" "They gossip and have snacks."
I love that.
They don't even drink. I go, "Do you drink?" No. We just talk. So I go, "Is there agenda items? Do people come up?" "No, we just talk. If anything happens, they call it game night."
At that point, you might as well call it a focus group. You might as well.
They had game night. 25 years they've been doing game night, and they dropped the games 15 years ago
because they realized the games were getting in the way.
They get in the way. They're there to gossip. And it was funny. My grandmother did card night for 50 years.
Yeah, my grandma did cards too.
Both of my grandmas actually did card night for 50 plus years, which is impressive.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll have any relationships 50 years once a month that you see on a weekly basis, or not weekly basis, monthly basis.
Yeah. I think with the internet, it all of a sudden becomes different.
Yeah.
Right. I think that
even just to pass from my grandma's generation to the next generation. My grandma's generation, 50 years they played card night. Then it was moved to the daughters and daughter-in-laws. Now they, for over 25 years, have had game night. They dropped the games 15 years ago. So you could already see a decline in the, attention span and
of course,
the essence of game night, card night. So you start with card night. Cards are a little bit more difficult than board games, we'll say.
It depends the board game.
Depends on board game. The board games my aunts were playing.
They were doing sorry.
Yeah, it's more taboo, charade type games.
Yeah.
You move to that. Now it's just gossip hour, gossip multiple hours. But now the next generation, they don't have anything.
But you know what? I love that they keep the name though.
It's a lot of gossip. I mean, it's people that like to get together and gossip.
Well, people get off on gossiping.
Yeah.
People love to gossip.
They won't tell. There's a lot of gossip. They were like, "I can't tell." So they're telling me all the gossip, and then they're like, "You can't say it on that." Then they're like, want me to say. It's funny what people want to talk about. What?
Can I tell you something?
What?
I don't care about their gossip. I don't think our listeners care about their gossip.
Yeah, but I guess you're right.
I
had funny stories though. I feel like that were coming out of it, but they were like, "No, you can't use that."
But I think that most times it's funny or interesting. It's rare that something is genuinely as someone else's gossip interests me.
For sure.
Just because
gossip in general, that doesn't really interest me.
It doesn't really interest me.
And
it's so funny how people outside of putting out stuff to strangers think how much people care about them.
Yeah.
Like aunts or uncles or like these people that are older think that if you put one piece of information online about them, that the world is going to swarm them and they're going to become these influencers. Like
some people do think that.
They don't realize how hard it is to get views, aunts and
For
uncles,
sure.
and like older
I gotta
cousins.
frame it the right way. That's the other thing. A lot of people, I feel like in the world, now that I have a podcast, will be like, "Well, you're going to use that on your podcast?" They'll just say that to me in my daily life. And I'm like, no, that was boring.
100%. Well, that's
you don't understand the framing of what I'm like. What was funny to me is you have game night 15 years, you haven't played a single game.
Yeah.
And you all are so loyal to game night that you all show up, the 7 of you, for 25 years, and you have this game night, and you call it game night, and it's one of the most important things in your life, and you don't play a single game. You just talk shit.
That's fun.
It is fun.
Good for them.
They don't even drink.
That's great.
I know. Just
Oh,
to get
God.
to just all I need
Sober
is just
bash-
to talk shit.
To sober talk shit is truly, that's a thrill.
Yeah.
You're not even, that's calculated. You're not even making mistakes.
Yeah.
You feel the risk of saying something.
Yeah.
To tell someone else's secret while sober
Yeah.
is you being vicious. You can't say, "Oh, I had too many Chardonnays." Listen, Antoinette, I had too many Chardonnays. Okay, I should have never told about your husband. You know, we all know he cheated. I should have never admitted that to everyone. To tell everyone about Antoinette's husband cheating dead sober.
You have to. You own the decision.
Fresh off a couple of pieces of pre-sliced cheddar and wheat thins.
Yeah.
And just be like, fuck it, we're gonna drag Antoinette. Fuck it, let's fucking burn her house down. What do I want to drink? Give me a water still. I can't even do the fucking bubbles. I'm gonna ruin these people I call my friends. I'm gonna ruin this woman's life dead sober. She told me the biggest secret of her life, and you know what? I'm gonna be dead sober and look in other people's eyes and tell the most horrid, most painful thing about her life for fucking friends clout. So friends could go like this. Oh, no way. You will ruin someone's life for them to look at you and go, I knew. For you to get a reaction of I knew. And and you're willing to ruin their life so people go, well, Tess had good gossip. Tess really delivered tonight.
I
wonder if they keep score actually who's
coming
delivered
with the
gossip.
I think
there must be a tally. There must be like, hey, Tess really showed up. She told me her husband wants to get pegged.
Okay. I don't know. We didn't get that deep on game night. I do want to say a few things.
Emily's husband's embezzling, and I'm going to look you dead in your eyes, and I'll almost wreck your entire life. I'll ruin... These gossip corners will ruin each other's lives.
Okay.
For another woman that doesn't like them to go like this. Oh. These gossip corners. That's what we don't realize. Like, realize the stakes of gossip for the individual versus the stakes of gossip of you just getting the I need to breathe.
All right. I have a few thoughts on everything that you just said. First of all, I think alcohol is an excuse for everybody. You just need an excuse, and their excuse is game night. But other people's, I guess, excuse is just alcohol. And we don't need, we need to be honest with ourselves, is that we all just need something to blame.
At least alcohol fucks with your brain chemistry. You can't be like,
But you go into, I think a lot of people go into drinking knowing that they want to get rid of some, if they have gossip, they want to get it out. I don't think you drink and then you put it out.
You know why
I think drink? Why?
So I could escape me.
Okay.
Send them away. To drink to escape.
But you're not somebody who wants to get gossip out either way.
I don't care. I hate
gossip. Yeah.
I hate giving. Have I ever called you and given you gossip? Really?
Not really.
Not really. Only if it's something to do with us that we have to do.
I want to set the record of what my aunts were telling me. My aunts were telling me that they go. I'm telling you, I'm just going to repeat what I heard. They were telling me they go around, if somebody went on vacation, somebody graduated, one of the kids. I will say this, the women have gone together now for 25 years.
Okay.
So it's a 75-year now. So I think there's some camaraderie bringing everybody together.
You're saying
I don't think they're trying to ruin each other's lives.
Just say that there's love.
There's a lot of love between them. I don't think they're trying to ruin each other's lives. I think they just want maybe whatever else is happening outside of their lives. They do want to bring obviously some good tea to the table, but they say they just go around and they go, what did everyone do this month? It just starts very light of like, oh, you went on vacation. We maybe start with somebody who went away.
How's Aruba?
You
Aruba
start
was
there.
Fine. The kids played with the dolphins. Mark, my neighbor, refinanced his home.
I guess
It's a quick.
it builds. They also, I guess, have gotten good at basically doing a 7-person podcast.
Well, that's debatable.
You don't think so?
For them, it's good.
For them, they just know. They know how to build. They know how to build their conversation. They know how to just be able to do that, water and snacks and talk. That is impressive. I don't know a lot of people that can't use the phone. It's not very often that 7 people are getting around once a month to talk anymore. I don't think that's happening.
No.
With no game, nothing on the TV,
Gen
just
Z.
raw dogging combo. I think there is something
When I see my
actually
friends,
really beautiful.
I raw dog combo.
We're part of, I think, a dying breed.
I go to places. I go to places to talk.
Same.
I don't go.
Which is my family. We sit around and talk all day. Yesterday, we sat around and talk. Your family is the same thing. You guys are sit around and talk.
We don't have a TV in the living room.
Yeah, no.
We just sit there and we talk. And if someone's on the phone, we make fun of them for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think there is something admirable of being so dedicated to just talking.
Well, I like that
the gossip is obviously wild, but and I think obviously you took it. If my aunts are listening, Sebastian just did an extreme act out.
Robbie told me all the secrets that he couldn't share, so I shared them.
No, this is nothing.
Robbie, I wrote it down verbatim.
None of that is anything that any of them
husband
said.
likes to be pegged.
No,
verbatim.
Tessa is not anyone that is on anyone's agenda.
Antoinette?
Sebastian, you're just. I don't know. I don't think there's an Antoinette, but I had a grandma Antoinette.
There we go.
My great grandmother's name was Antoinette,
Of
but
course.
I don't believe anyone in
Antoinette's nutballs, one of the best Italian cookies.
Yeah.
You don't believe. You don't want people to believe what
I don't know. That's just not what's happening, word for word, at my aunt's group. But it is a group where they just get together and talk game night, and I thought that was interesting.
But they are
and admirable. It made me want to do that.
Well, yeah, it makes you want to get together with the group and literally know that when you tell someone.
Just talk. I like to catch up and talk and bullshit. This is what I'm trying to do it right now. This is what we do.
No, this is not what we do.
What? Well, I did ask, I guess, if there's agenda. They have to have some backbone of like what we're going to talk about.
Just know that when you tell someone
what
the biggest secret of your life, one day they will tell other people for a laugh or a gasp.
That's true.
Know that the biggest secret of your life will be told in a room full of people that they want to be accepted by for a laugh and a gasp.
Yes.
If you tell I even
yeah,
believe
for
you
sure.
can tell your closest friend, and if they want to fit in with this group of people, they might share this.
They probably
gossip.
won't out your name, but they might say, "I heard.
I know this person.
I know this guy. He used to do
blah blah blah."
Boop.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden,
I don't care. Use my name.
You
don't use my name. Use my story. If you need to.
You will be sold out for a laugh and a gasp in the certain environments.
Yeah.
So one thing I do like about this story. So summertime's coming up, and we're I like that they don't drink, because me personally, I know that I'm going to have to go to events, right?
Yeah.
And
which is nice. That takes a level of comfortability where you can just spill your shit with no drinking.
Well, I want to say this. When I'm going to events this summer, I think I want to start bringing a case of Diet Coke.
I think that's fun.
I don't know is that socially acceptable?
No, for sure. I've brought a case of club soda.
Can I tell you this?
Flavored club soda.
Even if I'm drinking alcohol, if I'm drinking beers and someone's like, we got Diet Cokes over there, I go, I'll snag one of those.
Yeah.
I'll snag one of those for my pretty ass self.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Because I want to, when do I feel prettiest? When I'm drinking a Diet Coke in the sun.
Really? Bottle or can?
Honestly, if I want to be European, I drink out of the bottle.
Okay.
That for me is class.
That's the prettiest, you feel, is Diet Coke bottle.
I swear to God, if I'm drinking Diet Coke out of a bottle, I feel like a Hollywood starlet.
Okay.
I'm like, almost get me a straw for my lipstick.
I like that.
I feel so beautiful inside.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, here's the thing. The plastic bottle doesn't hit like that.
Okay.
But a can's good.
Okay.
So I want to start bringing, that makes me feel nice. That makes me feel beautiful. Even if I'm drinking a can of Diet Coke. A can of Diet Coke makes me feel so fucking good inside. And I'm tired of hiding it. I'm tired of people telling me aspartame, Splenda, blah, 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 blah. I need to be pretty.
Then do it.
I need to feel good.
I mean, yeah.
They say it all starts, you need to feel good on the inside. And you know what makes me feel good on the inside?
Diet Coke.
I can't have Diet Coke.
My mother drinks Diet Pepsi every single day for the entire time I've ever known her. Probably more than 1 can a day. She's still kicking. She looks good. For her age, it is what it is. I would say,
at the end of the day,
I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I can't tell you that it's good, but I just
want to bring cases.
I guess
of
if you're
Diet
doing
Coke
other
to
things,
events.
right, then it doesn't matter.
I also think me bringing a case of Diet Coke to an event really sets a kind of level of who I'm going to be at that event.
Okay.
I'm not causing trouble.
Okay.
You're
not. Yeah. It definitely sets a tone. That's his energy.
Someone shows
You
up
come
with a
in.
case of Diet Coke.
Yeah.
That tone is, I'm here to have fun with you, babes.
Yes.
If you bring Diet Coke, I believe you could call everyone at the party baby.
Okay. Baby.
I show up with a thing of Diet Coke. I go, hey, listen, babes, I got Diet Coke for us.
You don't think like Twisted Tea is more of a baby drink?
No.
No?
No.
The person who brings Twisted Tea is the most baby person?
I have a strong theory about Twisted Tea.
Okay, what's your strong theory?
The person who brings Twisted Tea, well, 1, either new drinker. 2, they think they will like, oh, it's something that the women will like, right?
Okay.
Women don't like that. They don't know women.
They don't know women.
To bring Twisted Tea and think
men
women
don't know
like,
women.
Men don't know women.
This is something I'm learning.
Men don't know women.
Men really don't know women.
Oh my God. I read this thing about
men do not know women.
I gotta pull it up.
I will say this. Your story made me remind me of this. So yesterday we were playing this game on Mother's Day. It's called Hues and Cues. Have you seen this game? No. It's like hundreds and hundreds of colors are on a board, and you say a word, and you have to guess the color. That the person just says a word, and that they're thinking of a color, and you have to guess the color. And my grandmother said hot lipstick. That was you could give 2 words, and I got the exact color that she put down, and no one else was really even close.
What was the color?
It was like a dark red, and they were all kind of more of a pink red. Yeah. So it's probably like...
That's generational right there.
But I was the grandson, and my grandmother is in her mid-80s. And then 10 people played. So women in their 50s, women in their 20s, women in their 30s are playing this game, and I was the only one even close to my grandmother, hot lipstick.
That's beautiful.
Men don't know women, but I do.
Hey, everybody. We are super excited because we have a sponsor for today's episode, and that sponsor is Sunset Lake CBD, and they have a new product, and that's why they're our sponsor today. They are the Delta 9 gummies. There's 50 milligrams of CBD and 5 milligrams of THC in every one of these gummies. Guys, these will get you ripped. Honestly,
take enough.
Take enough. I take 1.
Oh wow, you feel nice off 1.
Well, it depends how much you can handle of the THC.
True. That's
right.
True.
So what I like about these is that Sunset Lake, it's not like these random gummies that you're buying throughout Brooklyn and the city, going into a store, and I'm not sure how much the dosage is going to be, where it's coming from, if there's pesticides in these. These are gluten-free, vegan. I know exactly the farm that they came from. Every single gummy has the same amount of THC, same amount of CBD in it. So I know if I take 1, I'll feel this. If I take 2, I cannot take phone calls. So if you want to hang with the boys and maybe make the podcast a little bit funnier, we need a little help sometimes. Grab some of these Sunset Lake Delta 9 gummies. Also, if you're a lighter weight than me, go check out the Good Vibe gummies from Sunset Lake CBD. They are 1 milligram THC, so that you could really figure out how much you want to take. So if you want a little something more with the punch, go for the Delta 9s. If you want something a little lighter, go with the Sunset Lake, go with the Good Vibe gummies. And those will be 1 milligram THC. They also have tons of other CBD products there. What I consume, as me personally, I like
THC.
I like the THC. So
Same.
Use the promo code LOUD, 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 when you buy these gummies. They're a good deal online. With the promo code, you'll get a discount, and you'll be supporting the podcast while having a little fun too. So use that promo code LOUD on Sunset Lake CBDs and cop some of these Delta 9 gummies to feel that funny energy. Beautiful, Robbie. Let's get back to the show. Well, to go with this idea of men don't know women, there was a study about women reaching climaxes.
Okay. Nice segue.
Well, you'll know this.
Okay.
That the percentage of women with women, same sex, versus like a hetero man and a woman.
Okay.
And first off, they say 95%. If it's a man and a woman, men reach climax 95% of the time.
Okay.
You tell me who these 5% of sickos are
that are not.
Who are these 5% of liars or sickos?
Yeah, I don't know.
Who goes? Because you know what? The only person I ever knew that said they didn't climax was the most toxic person I knew from Staten Island.
And what was he saying?
He would go, I
just eat so much pussy, bro.
He would go like this. He was part of this is part of the 5%. I go, oh, you hooked up last night? Was it fun? He goes, oh, bro, I didn't even fucking come. I fucked up for hours and hours and hours, and I couldn't fucking come. Eventually I go, babe, it's not gonna happen.
That is the 5%.
That's the 5%.
You're right.
The 5%.
I've met guys like that,
goes,
but I haven't met those types of guys since high school, and they had to be clearly lying.
Yes.
Who in high school is fucking for hours?
This was college. Yeah.
Okay, college.
You have no idea. Eventually, she was just like, I'm exhausted.
I guess that used to be a flex.
It definitely.
I think now the flex is, I made her come multiple times. Not that I could last long. Because what if you could last long? What does that do for anybody?
Well, if it's about
it's more about like
my
friend would be like she came 7 times.
So yeah.
Okay.
And they say for women, only climax 65% of the time.
Okay.
Will climax 65%
with
of
a
the
man.
time with a man.
That's higher than I would have thought.
Me too.
65.
Good for you guys. We finally
guys
passed.
are getting better.
We finally passed.
We are. That's a D.
Yeah, you got a Regents diploma with the 65.
That's good. Yeah.
That's great.
That's much better than I thought.
But with women.
Women to women.
Women on woman,
what,
86%.
90? Okay. 86. Yeah. That makes sense.
It does make sense.
Yeah.
They just...
You got to figure it out, guys.
It
seems like we're on an upswing. 65.
It does seem like... Well, you know what they said it is?
Figure it out.
Women do more stuff with the clip.
Okay.
They said that's like the big thing that they take. They go slower and they take time for the clip.
Okay.
Men don't take time for the clip.
I've heard they have now.
They have clits?
No, they have taken time. They've discovered and they've taken their time, and some people are just too aggressive with it. That's what the streets have told me.
Well, you know what it also is?
What?
Why they're aggressive is because the clip does nothing for you.
Okay. They're just like, let me just press this button. Hopefully it figures itself out.
You're just trying to get...
They're not speaking to it.
You know,
you got to speak to it and listen to it.
You know how men approach the clit?
How?
They know they're like, this should work. It's like when your computer freezes and you're trying to like escape and get out of something. You're just slamming buttons. That's how men approach. They go, one of these moves is gonna work. Do, right? They're just slamming buttons on a frozen computer.
It's a computer.
And they have to realize sometimes the best thing you could do is sit back and just like wiggle the mouse every so often.
Yeah.
Sometimes, because if you're slamming all of a sudden...
Wiggle the mouse and make out.
just
make out, wiggle the mouse.
Wiggle
make
the
out, wiggle the mouse.
Yeah.
Wiggle the mouse, make out, do something else.
Sometimes because...
Lick the mouse. What? I'm just saying, these are other things you could do.
You get embarrassed like a 5-year-old. You get embarrassed like...
How?
No, you get embarrassed
How
like,
am I embarrassed?
like a 13-year-old.
I'm not embarrassed at all.
Your cheeks, you have more of a rosacea than me right now.
I'm not embarrassed, though.
Then why are you giggling? I'm not laughing.
Why
are you laughing?
Because it's funny. A visual of licking the mouse. That's funny to me. No, I think
God. Here,
we don't need to give
no
sex
canoe.
tips.
Robbie's out here.
Tips.
Robbie's out here. I can't wait till he starts editing the episode. You know he's gonna look at that mouse twice.
I know. I'm gonna look at that mouse twice.
Just know as you're listening to this episode.
Well, it's right after the point. I can't tell my grandma to listen now, which is fine.
Well, I'm not catering this podcast to your grandma.
No, I know, of course.
Do you want me to do a moment to cater for the grandmas?
No.
I'll cater to grandmas.
No, I don't want to do a moment. No.
You know what's so nice?
What?
Phone calls where you say hello 7 times before you start talking. I could cater to grandmas.
That's not my grandma. That's not my grandma.
Oh, you know what I love?
What?
When someone has half a tomato always on their counter.
I hope so.
You know what I love? When someone goes, figs are in season. I love being reminded what's in season after long pauses. I'm doing some content for your
grandmas. I don't know if that That's my grandma. But
my life changed the day I started wearing muumuus.
Muumuus? What's that?
Like the little dresses that they wear.
Oh.
Your grandma doesn't wear a muumuu?
I don't know if she calls it that, but
she
maybe.
does on the sly. You don't know.
Yeah.
Muumuus they're the yoga pants for old women.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? They got buttons in the front.
I think so. Yeah.
They got buttons in the front, make it nice and easy.
I don't know. Yeah.
My grandma would rock muumuus, bro.
Nice.
Yeah. Incredible.
Yeah, it is. I also found out both my grandmas went on their first date, Coney Island. Same place.
Nice. So you're gonna try to keep the tradition alive?
Well, I told them that I had broke up with someone at Coney Island last year.
Wow. And what they said?
They were like, "Did you know?" No, the day happened.
Did they know what? Did you know?
Did I know going into it that I was gonna? They were like, "What? You just decided you're gonna take someone to Coney Island to break up with them?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "No, I learned throughout the day that it wasn't gonna end up working out, and it just happened to be at Coney Island."
Damn.
Which was unfortunate.
What an impulse. You learned throughout the day.
No, I mean, it just wasn't going to end up. It wasn't working necessarily, and it wasn't really like a breakup. It was just like this. It was just, this is probably not working out.
All right.
That happened at Coney Island. But it was, I didn't know that. Both, I knew my one side. I didn't know both of my existence doesn't really happen if not for Coney Island being the first date spot for two different sets of people.
Coney Island was a spot, man. We don't even realize how hard
I guess
it
we
hit
don't.
back in the day.
My dad used to always tell me about it back in the day, and then the change. But I like it now.
Yeah, man, it was a spot.
It apparently was.
Yeah, it did change. It hit a dip with the drugs. Hit it hard.
Yeah.
But before that, it was like everyone will go there.
Yeah.
Because people couldn't travel. People didn't have time or money to travel, really. So
no.
Coney Island, you
working
go
class New York.
Yeah, working class. I told you, my dad grew up going to Coney Island. My grandparents would go to Coney Islands. They talk about the old rides.
Well, that's what I was telling them. I don't know if I'll ever be able to ride the Cyclone. You said you'll never go on it again, right?
No.
A bunch of people that I'm talking to are like, I'll never go on it again because it's not a safe ride.
No,
it's just objectively not that safe. Yeah, it's also like a wooden roller coasters, I guess, aren't that safe. If El Toro at this point isn't that safe, the Cyclone can't be that safe.
Who said El Toro's not safe?
I thought you told me that at one point, that it might be getting shut down.
No.
Oh, maybe I'm making this up. I thought I heard somebody saying that El Toro
wasn't safe. This is sad.
Yeah, I think it had to get closed for an extended period of time. We could look it up.
I never told you this.
Okay.
This is all.
Oh, this is news to you. All right. I think I could be wrong, but the Cyclone is almost 100 years old. A wooden roller coaster.
Well,
and that I've never rode, but I know that there's a lot of family history, and I kind of do want to ride it this summer, but I don't know.
So just go ride it.
You think I should? Yeah. Everyone's like, I would never ride it now. Today. Maybe I'll watch it a few times go, and then I'll just take my chances.
That'll be good. As all the little kids go in front of you.
I'm not afraid of roller coasters either.
I mean, it's not gonna. You'll be fine.
Okay.
If you want to go on it, just go on it.
I think I'm going to.
Yeah, nice.
This summer.
Yeah.
Do you have anything you really want to do this summer?
Take care of myself.
Nice.
Nothing really fun, huh?
Okay.
So and they probably romanticize the days of Coney Islands.
For sure. I mean, my grandma that was on Staten Island that you met would talk about it constantly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. That people always say it's always interesting what the days you'll be like, oh, those were my days, you know?
Yeah.
Probably has to do with your age more than anything.
Yeah.
Probably has to do with the coming of age and stuff like that, and what excites you.
What excites you? Hopefully, the whole life is exciting, and there's a lot of phases of excitement.
Well, yeah.
Which is the nice thing about the group of every month is I think that they do find excitement in the small things. That my grandmas both were able to find a lot of excitement throughout their whole lives.
It's nice to be in a routine to just see them. Doing it every once a week makes it easier than once a month.
Yeah, or they do once a month. Yeah.
To
knowing that you always have it on the agenda.
Because you know it's hard.
What?
When someone hits you with what are you doing Friday?
Yes. It's when you're like, we have this.
Yes.
We do this thing. You have things that you do long-standing that are work-related, but you have these things that you do.
What are you doing Friday is so open-ended.
Yes.
I also don't believe in a what are you doing Friday.
Okay.
I don't believe in that.
When can you send a what are you doing Friday text? Never to you?
You need to give me context what's going on.
Oh, I agree.
What are you doing Friday should be illegal.
With close friends, I don't think. That live in the same city that you are like casual hanger-outers.
You doing anything tonight?
That like those types of people that live in your neighborhood,
yes.
I think that are like you could walk to see them. They can get you can do a what are you doing Friday text because it's like, oh, are you doing real shit or are we gonna just do nothing?
I even think that we should change that as a society to be like, got nothing going on. You want to do something?
Yeah.
Because what are you doing Friday?
Okay, you need to give me more information.
I need the more information right up top, right?
Okay. See, I don't, with my certain people, I don't need that, but I agree with you generally speaking.
I just need more up top.
Yeah.
And, because why are you going to make me lie to you?
Yeah.
You hit me with the what you doing Friday from someone that's not like a close friend or something like that. You might force me into a lie.
I would always say not sure. That was my move for years. Because I wanted to make my decision of what I was doing Friday on Friday. I was someone for years who was my life.
Of course.
And I just wanted to make my decision on Friday. And a lot of times I would just see the people in my neighborhood that I lived walking distance from.
Because
That's what I wanted to do Friday. And I wanted to see what would happen. I like a level of spontaneity in that way.
Me too. I think there's always in New York a little spontaneity too.
That's why we live here.
I think that you could always do something, even if you're just rolling around and then you go, I'm going to pop into here for a second, you know?
Yeah.
I was just thinking that. I was like, those can't be happen. I'm like,
it makes you anxious.
It makes me anxious.
Most people hit you with a what are you doing Friday, it makes you anxious.
What are you doing Friday makes me anxious,
yeah.
right? And so I want to like make sure I'm like I'm doing things that I enjoy, right? I want to have some activities that I'm doing that I'm enjoying, but sometimes you go do an activity and then you go, this isn't what I wanted.
Okay.
So
that's what's good about doing activities is you learn. You can't lose. You don't lose. You learn. Whenever you do something, you make sure that you remember. Oh yeah, I don't like this.
Yeah, that's what I need
to
be.
And clock it.
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to do.
And then don't do it again.
Clock. I don't like this.
Yeah.
Clock. This is bad.
Not having the best time.
Clock.
What do I not like about it?
Yeah.
Could I make it better? If I had my people here instead of these people, would it be better? Is it the location? Is
I hit you with a hard no this weekend.
You hit me with a hard no. But
I'm so sorry.
I hope you don't feel bad. I hope you don't feel bad. Like, I don't want you to.
That's how I feel. I just hit you with a. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I get that.
And that was after a couple follow-ups.
Yeah. Which is good. I hope you don't feel anxious.
I do
when
sometimes.
I ask you to do something.
I mean, you don't believe this that I'm an introvert, but I am.
Yeah. I'm saying I'm not pissed at. Like I don't care. Like pissed. I'm not like holding anything over or whatever.
No, because
I don't want to make anyone feel anxious for not hanging out with me. If I hit somebody with a "What are you doing Friday?" the people that I hit up, I could almost guarantee they do not feel anxious about it.
That's beautiful.
And there's a small amount of people that I'm on "What are you doing Friday?" level with.
Because I used to like to go out, and I yearn for that other side sometimes.
Yes.
Right? I yearn for that other side of going out. The older I get, the more time is in between every time I go out.
Okay.
Because I guess my brain is remembering more about how much I don't want to do it.
That's good.
It's just like, oh yeah,
you have limited free time.
I'm like remembering, because when I was young, I would go out and have fun and go, I'm never doing that again.
Yes.
And then the next night you go out.
Yes.
Now I'm in my 30s. I do that. I'm not doing that again.
And you don't.
I'm good for a month. I'm
At
good
least
for 2
a month.
months. Yes. It's actually amazing. Like as you get older, you stop. I'm like stopping yearning for like the other side.
Yeah, that's good.
Of things, which is nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I still yearn for nature, which is wild.
What are you saying?
Well, they say
you hate. Listen to this podcast 1 week ago. You go, I just don't like nature. I can't connect to nature in the same way you're going this whole spiel about how you don't like nature.
But that I keep
now he yearns for nature.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm wrong.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying what I'm doing. I'm yearning for things. Usually, you want something the other side of what you have, and it's not real.
Okay.
Like I'm inside. I go to malls. I like air conditioning. I drink my Diet Coke.
Yes.
I go, you know what I need? I need a hike. No, I don't. No, I don't. Sometimes my brain tricks me that I just want the opposite of what I have.
Okay.
Is what I'm saying.
That. I see that. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So what I'm saying, I don't actually want it. I'm still agreeing
Probably
with
don't
Sebastian.
want nature. Okay.
I probably don't want nature.
But you catch yourself yearning for it.
I said, what am I going to do for my birthday this year? I said, maybe I'll go get a tent and I'll go camp somewhere.
Wow.
What is mentally wrong with this?
Because you saw the Northern Lights this weekend on Twitter.
I don't even believe what I see because
I don't believe either.
They
It's so
doctor
confusing. It's making me mad. It's making me feel FOMO. I never feel FOMO.
They doctor it up.
And they literally, I don't know what to believe. It's sad that I really don't believe most of the pictures that I saw. I feel like it was a joke. I'm watching it. And I'm like, am I just not in on this joke that everyone is literally making the most ridiculous colored photos in upstate New York with their dog in front?
I looked into maybe driving to go look at it.
I figured you would.
Weekends.
Yeah.
Is
that what you think sparked you wanting to go to get a tent?
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah. I'm so easily predictable. I'm not tricky. Anyone that says I don't understand you, I say what I think.
You do. Very
pretty clearly.
Very loud and clear.
And then it's like, is there other complex stuff going on underneath? Sometimes. Yes. But like for that, it's like, oh, he saw the lights. He then said, maybe I want lights.
Yeah.
I think
in August though.
In August.
You're like, in August, hopefully I get a random appearance.
But for me,
you don't like camping.
No. And I think as society, we yearn for the other side of what we have, even though we don't want it, just because it's different than what we have.
Yeah.
I
feel like I've gotten good at not doing that.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
But that was not the case.
I don't think it is the case. So for me, I think a clear example of this is people that are hot like to be called cute, and people that are cute like to be called hot. They just want to be the thing that they're not.
Yes.
You're already crushing it.
Yeah.
If you're cute or hot, you're already okay. But what do they want? They go, I want the other type of okay.
Yeah. I was just talking to someone and we had this exact conversation. She was like, I don't want to be cute.
And she's hot.
She's very hot. And very cute.
Exactly. No, but she's hot first.
Both of them. Yeah. And she's both. I don't know what.
They just want... This is me wanting to go get a tent. I'm an indoor boy.
Yeah.
Why am I pretending I want to be an outdoor boy? I'm a hot boy. Why am I pretending I want to be a cute boy? You know?
Yeah.
Right? This is how I know that we just yearn for the other side. And we have no idea... In reality, we don't want those things.
Yeah. No, not at all.
If that person was called cute and never called hot again, they would be so sad.
Interesting. Yeah, probably so.
They just, what you want,
yeah.
And this is wild. If you really want to get someone, you call them the thing that they never, you call them something slightly different than what they always are. Right? You go up to a person that has
you want to be creative in how you describe someone.
I don't know if this
original
works. I don't know if this works, but as I'm thinking about this idea, to go up to someone that seems hard and tough, and for you to just go like this, be like, I could tell you're a softie. That does it for them. Because they go, everyone thinks I'm tough.
Yeah.
But you see me.
You see me.
You see me.
Manipulative.
I'm the youngest child.
They don't know that.
Listen
what
to
that
Patreon.
means. Yeah. Listen to the Patreon. Yeah. That probably would work.
That will work. I think.
Yes, I try to find new ways to compliment someone.
Well, because I'm thinking like people that are tough always want to get in a relationship where they can be soft.
Yeah.
Everyone just wants the other side of things.
Yeah. You want what you don't have.
Fucking Jasmine decided to be a pauper.
Yes.
Jasmine,
yes.
She's a princess with a fucking tiger that doesn't bite her.
We have a inkling for curiosity.
She has a tiger that doesn't bite her.
She wanted to see a whole new world.
And you know what she said? She goes, "Bring me by the riffraff."
She said on a magic carpet ride. Now let's be real. Who's not getting on a magic carpet?
But that has nothing to do with wanting to be poor.
Yeah.
That's just another. That's like me just being like.
She wouldn't actually want to be.
She would just bring a plot point.
No, but that's what she goes to see the other side on this magic carpet.
But
if I got it, seen it.
I can't believe I'm explaining Disney movies to you. The beginning of Aladdin is she goes
wants to
undercover.
Leave. Yeah, okay, you're right. I forgot about that.
So this is me just going, Iago. You're
right.
just
All right,
talking plot points
you're right.
of Aladdin.
You're right.
Right? Her getting on the carpet ride, that has nothing to do with...
Tales all this time, princess wants to leave the castle grounds.
Yes.
Yeah.
A prince and a pauper. I think that, like, this idea of, like...
People want what they can't have.
People, I mean, I used to wish I was a small man.
Okay.
Which I don't think I want.
Okay.
Right? I'm trying to, like, love who I am.
I love that.
Right? Yeah, I've been listening to all these people about... you have to love who you are, because if you don't, so we talked about that Republican thing last week about like the road to like being like if losing weight you might become the road to a Republican. And I like actually listened to someone explain a little more. It's not about Republicans, it's about being hateful and mean towards like people that are overweight, fat phobic, and stuff like that. And why they do it is because they hated themselves so much out of being that, rather than loving who they are and growing with that love.
I like that. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. What was I saying before that?
Like not wanting the other side. Now you wanted to be a small person for a long time.
Yeah, I want to be a small. There's so many things that like they cliche. Every musician wants to be a comedian. Every comedian wants to be a musician.
Okay, I could see that.
Right? We always are yearning for what we don't have, because here's the thing that we do have is real. And real things fucking suck.
Yes.
You know what's better than having...
the cons of every single aspect of what you're doing.
Exactly.
You can dissect the cons of staying in. You can dissect the cons of your situation. You don't know... That is actually something that helped me, I think, get to this place where I do feel like I never have FOMO. And a lot of times I'm just like, I don't feel like I feel a lot of jealousy. And it's like, all right, I can change my own life, but like I don't see other people a lot of times, and I'm like, I wish I was that.
That's great. The next time you see that a group of people went out to the club, don't think about that picture. Think about them in line to get in the club.
That's what I started to do.
Think about them.
I would see these bars in the East Village, and I'm like, I don't want to be there. I know the bad side of what they had to do to get there, and I know that it's not as fun as they're making it seem on their story.
No, think about.
Like
don't think about the cute tops they're wearing. Don't think about the cool how cool he looks surrounded by all those people. Think about how hard it was to squeeze to a bathroom line.
100%.
Like, we need to be thinking about the realities.
Yes.
You know what, man? You know what the only thing better than having a threesome is?
What?
Telling people you had a threesome. Yeah. That's the best part.
You don't know, but yeah, I would imagine. I agree, actually.
What do you mean?
I've never had a
threesome.
threesome.
I don't know.
Because you never had a threesome. I've never had a threesome
some
either.
Things I don't want to share on the podcast.
Okay, you're right. I don't know.
Can we keep that a secret?
I don't.
Can I keep it a secret?
He's gaslighting me into pretending that he secretly told me he had a threesome once.
I'm not saying. Can we keep it a secret?
What's the secret?
That I didn't have a secret. That I didn't have a threesome.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm not gaslighting you. I just want to be a secret.
Saying that the threesome that you had was a secret.
No, I want to keep the fact that I didn't have a threesome.
All right, I'm sorry.
I fucking.
But I'll even say
my
this.
Heart opener for the podcast.
I'll
every
even say this. I don't have any FOMO about having a threesome, because I could vision it in my head.
You know what's never
happened? Is that crazy?
You know what's
say?
You know what's never happened to me?
What?
Like hooking up with someone and being like, damn, I wish that little bit of penis got a little more action.
Yeah.
Right?
I've never had too much. I've never been like, oh, I'm bored of this.
100%.
This is not going to be able to get me where I need to be. I need more. Never for that situation.
You're part of the 95%.
I'm part of the 95%.
So people think it's
the 5%. Maybe they need a threesome.
The 5% does.
Maybe.
Oh,
I have not there yet.
Finally, I came. There was 14 people there.
And I'm sure people get there where they need that. But I used to say, I felt like I had gone to so many bars in the East Village. Back in the day, this place Doe existed. Do you remember Doe?
No.
Doe was in...
A deer?
No.
Female
deer. Right. A golden drop of sun. Doe.
Me a name.
We can't do this. We can't do this.
I'll
do it because I didn't get to do musical theater. So I'll finish it. I'm not gonna do the rest.
You know the next word?
So, a needle and a thread.
No, a needle pulling thread.
A needle pulling thread. A note to follow. So, Me? I don't know. Whatever. But this place dough used to exist. People back in like 2017, 2018, super, super, super popular. It was just cookie dough that they would give you in a cup.
I went.
Well, this is what
I forgot.
All right,
I thought you were talking about a club. This place fucking sucks.
Would come from New Jersey. So many people would come from New Jersey, wait in line all day. People at a certain point in the city, like, were paying people $25 an hour, which was a lot at the time, to wait in line to get them dough, and then they would pay them for the dough, and then they would eat this thing, and it was this big phenomena that made me really start to be like, I'm not jealous of what other people are doing, because I see what they do. I had gone to a lot of places in New York at the time, and I would see how they are able to like make it look, and what they do on Instagram and what they do on their stories. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, that's that. I feel like I've been anywhere that I've seen on Instagram more than 5 times. And I was just like, I don't feel FOMO almost ever anymore. I just do what I like to do with the people I like. And it's more about these people than any of what I'm seeing on Instagram.
That's beautiful. That's good.
Yeah.
And I think people, they yearn for the other side. I think what we should be doing is accept our reality and
100%
and hype it up as good as we can.
Control your reality. Control what you can control.
Yeah, what you have, you should love.
Yes,
you should love, because there's parts of what you have that you love.
Yeah,
and I think people do this a lot in relationships, and when they're not in relationships, I mean, this is okay.
Interesting.
I'll tell you another
Do you
secret.
look at relationships and you're like, I wish I was in that. I wish I had that.
Yeah, I was in one. I was in something that felt. There was moments that I felt so beautiful, happier than I've ever felt in any other world.
But that's your own relationship. I could see looking at yourself, being really happy in a relationship and being like, I want that, because you're seeing yourself be happy. But I cannot really get to a place where I'm like, I see 2 people that got engaged, and then that makes me sad. Or makes me feel like FOMO because I'm not getting engaged.
Well, you're not putting yourself in their shoes.
Yeah, because it's so unique. You know what I mean? Like each relationship is so unique. I could see myself be like, oh, I want that for me. I want to be happy. But then it's like, all right, that's a different story. That's about Robbie. That's a version of me that was happy and was doing these things. Where like another person, I don't know what that other person likes to eat for breakfast. I don't know what their sleep schedule is. Yes, I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's like such a practicality. So it's like, all right, this is their own. Like that is a puzzle that they are working on together. How could I be? I can't just pick up in their puzzle.
But I don't think that I think
if that makes sense.
Most people that are jealous aren't like, I wish I was in that puzzle. They go, I wish I had a puzzle.
I wish I had a puzzle.
Yeah, I don't see. I've never seen an engagement post and been like, if I was that man, right?
Yes, I see what you mean. You're just like, I want that love.
Yes.
See seeing someone else in it doesn't do it for me as much as maybe me thinking about. But I don't know. I'm happier now than I was then, so it's hard for me to relate.
Nice. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I think that most people, though, outside of relationships, yearn for a relationship.
Okay.
And most people that are in relationships, especially dudes, yearn to be single.
Okay.
Like, even think about, like, have you ever been around a guy that's like married or something and you have a dating app and they go, let me swipe for you?
We know that I haven't, but guys like that.
Sometimes I forget who I'm talking to.
We know that I haven't, but guys will then on a vacation or I'm going to the city.
Can I swipe for you? Or can I do this for you?
They want to talk to cute girls. Guys want that are maybe been in a relationship for a long time. Sometimes yearn to talk to cute women.
There is this like idea of the grass is greener, that they're just looking at it.
But I don't like that energy too, and also I try to not be around that if I can.
Yeah, but it exists. I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm not saying
for
you're
sure.
around
it exists. It exists absolutely.
I'm saying it's probably more common.
And it's annoying. It's annoying.
Yeah,
very annoying.
Yeah, I'm not trying to boost these men up.
Yeah.
I'm saying that this is something that we need to fix.
Yeah, people want their alone time.
What do you mean?
I think that's a thing that people yearn for more in a relationship. It's like they don't have free time. You just have a combined schedule. I think a lot of people yearn for their own schedule.
Yes.
Almost the most.
Yeah.
I think that's what they're the most jealous of, the freedom. Because I think a lot of these guys know that they can't really hook up with these. Like, I think if they're real with themselves, you think that they have a fake version of themselves that's Johnny Bravo.
Can I tell you this? I think the longer a man's in a relationship, the more delusional it is about the
Oh, really?
I
actually like that.
I think that the longer a man is not single,
interesting,
the more
not
delusional,
the opposite.
Not the opposite at all.
Say it again.
And the more that a man is not in a relationship, the more delusional he is about the ass he could pull. I think that he thinks that he's been married for 15 years. He thinks he could get anyone. And he has no idea that he can't even walk.
It is interesting to see.
Me, a single man who I'm like, I can't get no one.
Yes.
I'm on the other end of the spectrum.
It's not even close.
Yeah, I know, 100%.
It's not even close. And they come back, they don't know how to speak the language. They don't even know how to speak as a single person. They don't know how to speak to women, some of these people.
And it's like they're yelling at a football at a game. You know what I mean?
Yes.
They're commenting on how bad the actors are in a movie. This actor sucks. Oh, I could do a better job than him. No, you can't. No, you can't.
You cannot.
You've been on a fucking. You've been grandfathered into a soap opera.
You have no idea how much that your partner deals with.
Yes.
You have no idea. And guess what? These hot women that live in these major cities that have a lot of options, are not going to want to deal with your bullshit.
Nah.
You have a lot of bullshit that people, but that's also part of being in a relationship. People don't want to deal with my bullshit. I don't want to deal with someone else's bullshit. The longer you're single, the less bullshit you want to deal with of someone else's, I think, also, which is probably an issue.
Well, I have a theory on that too.
Okay, what's the theory?
I mean, I just sit around and fucking think of theories.
I have same.
Well, because people, as we get older, like people, your friends, and they start growing and creating their own families, right?
Yes.
And that becomes the most important that becomes the most important thing to them.
Yes.
It's not the friendships that they have anymore, their social life, right? It becomes their family's the most important thing in the world to them. So if you're a single person and you become the age where all these other people in your life, their family becomes the most important person to them, and you're single, you are your own family. So you then become the most important person to you. And then you start like not putting up with anyone else's bullshit to protect you. You start treating yourself like you would a family, like really honoring you.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah.
But it does make you an annoying fucking person. No one is worse than a person. It is
what it is. I'm annoying.
I'll tell you, I'm annoying too.
Yeah.
A person that's comfortable being single is slightly annoying.
Okay. How so?
Just they don't budge.
Yeah.
It's like they learned to.
Yeah, they're stubborn. Stubborn.
You were born with children and you became an only child.
Yeah.
That's kind of the attitude
a little bit,
that you get.
No, I'm selfish.
Yes, the longer you're single, the more selfish you are.
Yeah,
and that's just a fact. And I'll tell you this: I'm watching the TV shows whatever the fuck I want. I'm eating whatever I want for dinner. I'll eat 2 servings. I'll eat a half a serving. I'll throw it out in the garbage. If I want to get up at 6 a.m. because I can't sleep, 4 a.m. I'll put video games on.
Yes, I did that last night.
It does not matter.
I did that last night. At a certain point, 5:30, I'm like, I'm going to try to play video games for an hour.
It doesn't matter.
No.
We grow to be selfish.
Being around my family, too, it's a totally different world.
Yeah.
Because they're so reliant on this ecosystem of people and what everyone thinks and they want. It's so different. When I'm like, I answer to me pretty much. There's a few people I do.
We answer to each other.
Yeah.
All right, beautiful. So, I want to say before we get out of here, we're going to go over to the Patreon episode. It's going to be awesome. I have a show coming up that I want to shout out. Unfortunately, it is on Monday, Memorial Day, May 27th at Caveat at 7:00. Here's the cool part about the show is it's with my old team, the Stepfathers. One of my favorite things I've ever done performance-wise was get to perform with them, and we're coming back together to do a show together. I'm super excited. And the cool part is that you could stream the show, so if you want to buy the show and watch it from afar, you're able to. I'll be posting links for that. So come out in person if you want to see the show. I always have such a good time with these people. Or you can buy a streaming ticket and watch it online. It's going to be really cool. Beautiful.
Great show. Buy it online. If you don't live near the city,
it'll be good.
It's a great show.
It's going to be good.
It was probably the best show, I think, in New York.
Yeah, for a little while.
Before the pandemic.
To come back.
Yeah, very, very good show. Very talented, very funny.
Yeah, it'll be great.
If you're in the city on Memorial Day, you should go.
Yeah, we gotta sell some tickets for Memorial Day show, so that's beautiful.
Tough, but I think you guys will.
Very
good show.
It's gonna sell out, so people, if you want to come by,
I would bring people. That would be like my safest bet of like someone's never seen any improv before.
Consistently good.
Consistently good.
Yeah,
very fun show. Good to bring someone that maybe doesn't know Sebastian or the podcast. You're like, oh, I'm gonna go to this thing. Or this person that I like. This is a good one to bring them to.
This is a good one to get
for
into
sure.
Me. Definitely. Beautiful. All right, Robbie. Let's go over to Patreon. Thank you for all the subscribers on the Patreon. We truly love it over there. We get to be more open, more wild, more free. And we're about to have a loopy Patreon episode, so we'll see what happens over there. Beautiful, Robbie. Hit the music.